Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Laurel Simpson, and I work in the admissions office. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Emily Lutz because it is her birthday, and she is a wonderful human being. If you don't know her, if you see her around campus, wish her a happy birthday because she deserves the best day. So today, I am going to talk about something new that I've tried this past year, and my experience with that and what I've learned through that, and hopefully it will kind of encourage some of you guys to try new things that maybe you've been wanting to try, or maybe you thought, maybe I'm too old to try that now, or I probably don't have the ability to do that, so I'm just not going to do it. But hopefully I want to encourage you all to go out and do those things and try those things. And I actually have 5 reasons that I'll talk about in a little bit of why it's really good for you to do those things no matter what stage in life you are, what age you are. So as you can see, it's never too late to try new things. Whoops, not what I meant to do. Okay, so the thing that I started doing this past year was figure skating. I had always wanted to figure skate when I was little. I never had the opportunity. It was just kind of unrealistic for me, whether it was the fact that we didn't really have a lot of money growing up and we moved around a lot. So it would have been really hard to try to keep with something like that. I did try other sports, found out I'm not athletic, and I tried a lot of things. I tried gymnastics, taekwondo, soccer, basketball, volleyball. I tried a lot of stuff. And yeah, the consensus was that I'm just not athletic. I did more performing arts stuff. That was kind of my wheelhouse, singing, acting, doing visual arts. I love graphic design, stuff like that. And like I said, I never had the opportunity to skate growing up, so I didn't really dwell on that thought. I kind of pushed it aside, but it was something that I really wanted to try because figure skating is like this really cool blend of really technical athleticism and performance arts, and I always thought that was so cool. So fast forward to a year ago, February 2018, and the Winter Olympics start up, and of course I'm watching every figure skating event that I can, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like so sad because I never got to try it, and of course it's way too late now. I'm like way too old, especially if I ever wanted to be like competitive in figure skating. You got to start really young because that's like lifelong training. And so I was just really kind of bummed out about it. A few days later, on a whim, I decided to just Google adult figure skating lessons in Lincoln, Nebraska. And sure enough, they do teach adult ice skating lessons that can lead into figure skating lessons. So then I was like, okay, maybe this is a real opportunity. And then I got curious to see if like adult beginner ice skaters compete in figure skating competitions. And sure enough, there are a lot of adult beginner figure skating competitions that people actually compete at. And it's not in like the main, like same arena that most people think of when they think of figure skating. So it's not like those adult competitive leagues will like go up to the Olympics, obviously. That's really unrealistic. But they do exist. And so this was something where I was like, oh my gosh, my childhood dream, like this is something I could potentially start doing. And then I got afraid, like I got so bogged down with fear about, well, I'm probably not going to be good enough. I'm really unathletic. Like, that's just something I'm not good at. And I probably will humiliate myself. And I won't be able to get too far with it. So, like, what's the point even? So I talked to my family and friends, and they were super supportive. They were like, Laurel, you just got to go out and do it. Like, just go for it. And that was kind of the help that I needed to like really push me through and decide to really sign up for those lessons. So I did. And on March 1st, 2018, I started my first ice skating lesson. And I got to the arena, the ice arena in Lincoln, and I got my rental skates on and my badge, and I got all ready to go out there, and there's like kids like doing tricks and like spinning and like all this stuff. And my lesson was literally how to fall and get up on the ice safely. That's literally what we learned the first lesson, us, like all the adults in that class. It felt pretty pathetic, but at the same time, I felt so fulfilled. I came away from that one pathetic lesson feeling like I had started something new that I had always wanted to do, and it was such a great feeling. So, the 5 reasons that everyone should always be willing to try new things and do new things, whatever it is that you want to do. Number 1, it'll increase your confidence. So going out on a limb to try something new takes confidence, because it's new territory for you. You don't know what's going to happen. Showing yourself that you have what it takes will only make you feel better about yourself. You will surprise yourself and realize the potential that you've held all along. I am really confident in myself when I accomplish a new skill in figure skating. I just learned how to do a 1-foot spin, which was really awesome, really difficult, but I finally got there and I felt super confident once I had done it. The next one kind of goes along with the first one, but is it'll help you develop appreciation for yourself. So if you think about it, do you really appreciate yourself for all you do and all you're capable of doing? This goes along with number 1, like I said. So trying a new thing, whether it's like a new look you want to try, or a new motto, or a new sport, or maybe you want to start doing poetry or start a YouTube channel or whatever it is, doing those new things and just trying and doing them and figuring out what you're capable of is going to help you have more of a deeper appreciation for yourself. Number 3 is kind of a duh. You're going to learn new skills. Many times the things that you'll be interested in trying are new to you, and so you're going to learn those new skills. Don't let a fear of failure stop you. With practice and persistence, you'll gain a cool new skill or hobby to add to the list of things you can do. So if, say, you wanted to start writing poetry, over time you're going to develop better writing skills, and that's a really practical thing. Figure skating, on the other hand, not super practical in everyday life. I'm not skating to work or anything, but it has taught me how to be more in tune with my body. And like I said, I'm very unathletic, but when you're figure skating, you have to be super on with where you know your placement is, because you're on thin blades on ice, and if you just do the wrong thing, then you'll just spin out or fall or whatever. And so you have to be really in tune with your body, and it's really taught me how to do that. Number 4, it can break you out of a rut. So trying new things that you've never done before, can really break up your mundane, everyday routine. It'll really wake up your brain and tell you that you're not here to just go through the motions every day. You can refresh your perspective by gaining these new and different experiences. And the 5 is, it can help you see the value around you. So when you go out on the limb in another area of your life, things like everyday life, friends, family, and interacting with new people all seem completely new and completely revived, renewed and revived. I know that I really appreciate, I knew how awesome my friends and family were prior to this, but it just reminded me of how awesome and how valuable those people are to me because of how supportive they were and how they wanted to push me to try this new thing that I had always wanted to do that I was afraid to do. And it really showed me how valuable all those people are to me. Okay, there's a lot of pictures of me. Okay. I don't know if you can see them very well, but so after that first lesson, I kept going every week to Lincoln for ice skating lessons, and in the adult curriculum, there's 6 levels. I'm on adult 6 right now, and I'm hoping to test out in a couple weeks, and then I'll be able to go on to things like learning jumps and really cool spins. So I'm really excited about that. When I tested out of adult 3, my teacher said, I think you should join our synchronized skating team. And I was like, whoa, okay. Hold on, that's gonna be other people, depending on my skating skills, like in a team atmosphere. I don't know if I can do that. Again, my friends and family were super supportive, and they were like, just do it. Just go for it. It's gonna be an awesome experience. And I did. It was another one of those walls I had to break through that I was afraid of, but I did it. And I will never look back because it has been one of the best experiences of my life. I'm on the Star City Figure Skating Club. Starlets is what we call ourselves. It's a long title. But if I had let fear hold me back, I never would have lived out this dream. These pictures would never exist. And little Laurel would have loved to see these pictures, knowing that someday in the future she'd be able to do this. And we actually put together a program that we skated to Harry Potter music in the holiday show in December, and that was really fun and amazing, and I picked out our dresses. They were pretty cute. And then we reworked that program to take it to competition. We were going to go to competition 2 weekends ago, but because of the weather, we ended up having to withdraw, which was such a bummer since we worked so hard. But we're still going to work on it, and there's a potential for us to compete in April in Omaha, and so we're kind of looking towards that as we also prepare for our spring show where we will skate to Queen, so that's going to be really awesome. But I never would have met these people, my teammates, had I not gone out for skating, had I not just tried it. And these women on my team are some of the most amazing women I've ever met. And we all have these common adult skating goals. A lot of us are like very fresh beginners at skating. Some of us have been skating our whole life but still want to do it, but not at a super high competition level. But I never would have met them otherwise. We all have very random, different lives. Some of them live in Lincoln, I live in York, some of them live just all over. And we all come together and we make this team, and it's been so wonderful. So I think there's something to be said in life about the willingness to be a beginner. I think you're going to learn more in life when you're willing to start new and start fresh. If you're willing to go out for things that are outside of your comfort zone, something that you don't know a lot about, I know it seems really scary because no one wants to be caught off guard of not knowing what they're doing, but you're going to learn a lot more in life the more willing you are to be a beginner. So I want to leave you all with a quote from Michelle Obama. Just try new things. Don't be afraid. Step out of your comfort zones and soar, all right? Thank you.